Hi there, welcome to our video about how to care for your outdoor pool table. So outdoor pool tables are different to indoor pool tables in that they're made out of plywood. An indoor pool table is made out of MDF. The problem with sticking an MDF table outside is if it gets damp, that MDF will swell, whereas plywood doesn't do that. So that's the key difference, but whatever things do you need to keep an eye out for to look after your table and get years of happy gameplay out in the sun? Okay, so first thing to look out for is beautiful sunny day like this. We've taken the cover off the pool table. If you leave that cover off for a long period of time, the sun will bleach your cloth. Now you won't notice it, it will just happen over time and it will slowly lighten and lighten and lighten. So advice is, when you want to play a game, take the cover off, play a game. If you're going to stop playing, pop the cover back on, it will stop your cloth bleaching. Okay, so the next point then is when you've taken the cover off your table, if you've had it on there for a while, if it's been sunny, rainy, whatever, there'll be a bit of moisture within the table and underneath the cover, and that causes condensation, and you may well find that the condensation's rolled down and it'll be around the rails. So you can find that you sort of get watermarks around there. You can even get watermarks on your cloth. So that just needs wiping off here, dead easy, sponge, bit of fairy liquid. For the rails is good. If you are finding that your cloth is getting stained from the condensation, then you can get a cloth cleaner. It's made by a company called Ambersil. You can search for it on Amazon. The cans of this stuff is about sort of 10 to 12 pounds, and that can actually clean the cloth for you if it's bothering you. So following on from that, as I mentioned, you can find some moisture in the table just because it's outside. British conditions are fairly damp. Is that you can find that you will get some mould. So mould can either appear on the exterior of the table or you might find it on the interior of the table. Not that you're probably going to be looking in there, but you might find it's in there. Again, just buy some anti-mould spray and you can just spray it on there. Most of these ones just need a bit of time to sort of work, and then you can just wipe it off. That'll get rid of the mould and you'll be good to go. Okay, so final point to cover off is the cover, and it's important to keep it on all the time. As you can see, it will stop you getting bird splats all over your table. What you will find is when it rains, and obviously it does rain a lot in our country, is that the rain will pool on the surface of the cover. Now I've got an outdoor table myself, and what I've done is I've got a couple of plant pots that I've placed on here that make it into like a tent shape, so the water runs off. It will stop it pooling on here and causing stains and it getting a bit horrible. So I think plant pots are a really good idea. The other thing is with this particular cover, this is on our tournament outdoor table, is there are a couple of holes either side there, and they're really useful. If you get a bungee cord, again, Amazon is the place to go and just buy a bungee cord. You can hook it under there and it'll stop it blowing up and blowing off, because the last thing you want to do is it blows off, you don't realise, it rains and your table gets super wet. The final query we get is it all right to leave your accessories outside? Well, I do with my table, and I've had my table for over 10 years. And I do take the cues in, because the cues, if they get a change of temperature, is they can warp and you don't want a bent cue. So I always take the cues inside. The balls are fine to leave in there. Pop the chalk underneath. I always keep the brush just underneath the cover as well. But yeah, you're fine leaving the rest of the accessories in there. I do tend to find that the balls do get a bit grubby over time. So again, just wash those with fairy liquid, give them a good dry. They come out like new and ready to use again. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you do need any more help or advice with your outdoor table, you can speak to the sales team. They'll be able to talk you through anything you need to know. And we've got plenty of other pool table advice videos on our YouTube channel. Check them out. They should answer any queries that you might have.